Well, we're going to a bit of history now, and this is my favorite part about doing the Cult series, Cult Kits. It's the small things I like to learn about the kits, but also the history of where the kit comes from. And this is the New York, New Jersey MetroStars. Now, funny story. So previously to the MLS, I almost just sound like a TV series just then, but way before the MLS had become who they are, they were scared of the NASL, so the league before, and they were worried about the failed system, the teams failing. So a lot of Americans out there will definitely agree, and even leave me in the comments below if you are watching from the US, that the MLS was a bit of a story where we wanted to push the boundaries of what was. Now, we all have heard, and if you haven't, please listen to the podcast by Grant Wall, where he talks about Freddie Adu. They put this kid under a lot of stress. Now, when it comes to a league like MLS, they're in a country that has a lot about media and commercial aspects, the benefits of the media, basically. Now, the MetroStars, when the news came out they were changing over to Red Bull New York, everyone was annoyed, even though now we see a lot of new teams coming to MLS where they're really excited, you know, Nashville, Austin, there's so many new teams coming out, LAFC. Just to name a few, there was no sort of hatred. I know LAFC may have gotten a little bit after what happened to Chivas and of course with Galaxy down the road, but the MetroStars. Now, funny story, researching this, I learned that they were meant to be called the Empire Soccer Club after a major business in New York. But the MetroStars is my favorite team in a sense that they had the best reference, and even though they had no sponsors on the shirt, and this is something Football Shirt Collective and Phil Dowser recently mentioned, is that we all love the whole thing about the stitching, also the sponsorship, about the club more than the sponsorship. Now, we kind of see that with Red Bull having them across all their Red Bull teams, but I really liked having MetroStars. And we saw that with Galaxy as well, and many others in the league with Mutiny, Tampa Bay. But I really love this kit, and I did love the MetroStars. I do have two other kits that aren't as valuable as this one, but I do again have to say that the 98 kit of MetroStars is my favorite, and I'm so happy to talking to you about this kit today. Now, another funny story that I learned is that Nike have put forward the name of Metro Flash. To me, I'm thinking to myself, why is Nike getting involved? Well, Nike is no more in the MLS, as we have all seen. Adidas has the reins for the kits until 2024. Will we ever see Nike back in the MLS? I don't know. It still makes me laugh seeing a German brand take over the whole US market, but we don't really reference the brands anymore to different countries. We just know of them as a global brand now. But I'd love to see Nike come back, because even though last year we saw a lot of template versions of the kits, everything was pretty much similar to every other team in the league, but 2021 is looking really exciting for the MLS season, because we've seen some amazing kits for teams out there, like we have seen the LAFC leagues. Now, not only was this kit the best in that season, but we had Tampa Bay Mutiny, we had Kansas City Wizards, and even LA Galaxy, who had an exceptional amount of kits that we all love. And honestly, I wish I could get them all. But this design here, the pinstripes, is my favorite. And fun fact, again, there's too many fun facts about this kit, is that there are two different types of kit when it comes to this kit in general. The Nike swoosh here, there is a white version and there is a black version. And like I said, Alexi Lalas and many others like Dondoni were a part of this great sort of side in the reference of its kit, but they weren't really successful compared to most of the other MLS teams at the time. Now, they are no more, they are known as Red Bull New York. And it's funny because they were really worried about the sort of origin of New York and the name MetroStars. But you know, if you've been to New York, if you even Google, even watch movies, you know that New York is really based on the metro life. It is basically an entire city. And even now with New York City and New York Red Bulls in existence, they're having really a bad and hard issue of identity. And I think the funny thing about the MetroStars name is they almost went for the Cosmos name. So even though they've gone from Empire to Metro Flash to Cosmos, and they went to MetroStars, they then lost that name and went over to Red Bull. So again, this team has had a lot of turmoil, and I feel sorry for the fans because they still cling on to the identity of MetroStars, even though the new fans now, as we see, are sort of falling more for the Red Bull trap. I do believe that the MetroStars as a name and as a club identity was by far my favorite in the league, and I do miss that approach to a team in the MLS. But again, we all know and love this kit. We all talk about it. There's a lot of people actually seeking the kits like this. When I first saw this in the box, like many other of the kits in this box supplied to me by Cult Kits, I really fell in love with this. I love this sort of relaxed approach that Nike had designed for the late 80s, early 90s. And I do really like the fact that this kit here had many other colors and versions in the league itself. The sleeves on this one is my favorite. Nothing more than, you know, having a really baggy sleeve. I have them in my black t-shirts at the moment. I really love the sort of relaxed feel. The neckline here again is something iconic to all other Nike kits of its time. And again, this general sort of sleek approach to a kit is my favorite. The MetroStars isn't a badge or anything. It is literally stitched inside the material. It is actually dyed with the kit, so it's an amazing detail and addition to the kit itself. Both the swoosh and the MetroStars logo here are both stitched on, so it's a bit chunkier than most of the kits that we all know and love. But yeah, but as always, I love comments, so let me know. What do you think about this kit? Is this your favorite one? Is the Tampa Bay Mutiny your favorite one? Or is the LA Galaxy kit that we see a new version that Adidas is doing for that generation your favorite one? Again, there's many of the MLS kits that we all love, and I'd love to see more of them come back. But again, let me know in the comments below as always. I have noticed there's only 70% of you that watch my videos that aren't actually subscribed. So if you have an opportunity, please click the subscribe button below. I really like making these episodes for you, and they're nice and short, and hopefully you enjoy them. If there's anything else you'd like me to research about the kits, I know every kit has different sort of statistics and history attached to them, so it's always a bit harder. So if you want to help me out, please leave me in the comments below. And as always, please stay safe, stay away from stupid people, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you and goodbye.